For my whole life thus far, I've been gaming on only Nintendo consoles. I started with the GameCube in 2006. Yeah, I know the Wii was around the corner at that point, but yeah, I wanted a GameCube. And then I got the Wii a few years later, then I got the Wii U a few years after that, and then I got the Switch a few years after that, and I've also had the DS Lite, DSi, DSi XL, 3DS, and 3DS XL. Never bothered with the new 3DS because, well, all these years later, I still find the thing to be fucking pointless. Anyway, I've never gamed on an Xbox, and I've only ever played on a PS2 once when I was little, and my father owned one. And I've never really, up until just recently, been interested in gaming on any other system that isn't Nintendo. Well, I kind of tinkered with the idea when I was playing on the Wii U, back when the Wii U was still Nintendo's latest home console, because, the Wii U's third-party support was dog shit, but when the Switch rolled around and it was getting a lot of the big titles that the other consoles and PC had, I was like, what's really the point in going with the PlayStation or an Xbox or even rolling my dice with a PC? The Switch is getting a lot of the big titles. Yeah, sure, it's the least powerful version out of all of them, but I don't really fucking care. As long as the games play well and as long as I have fun, I don't really care if I'm playing the inferior version, graphically, compared to the other versions that are out there. And I was content with that, but then, as of a few months ago, when, more PS5 rumors were coming around and, the PlayStation 5 reveal was around the corner, I started thinking more and more about jumping on the PlayStation bandwagon. Now, this doesn't mean I'm abandoning Nintendo. I'm gonna sell my Switch, never play Nintendo again. Nintendo still holds a very near and dear place in my heart. I love Nintendo. I'm, of course, gonna still use my Switch for Nintendo exclusives, but you know what? I kind of want to get a PS5. In fact, I'm actually kind of excited for the PS5 because it'll be the first time I'll be owning and playing on a console that isn't made by Nintendo. And that alone is something that I kind of look forward to because it's something that I've never really done, and I know this isn't really something worth getting all hyped over. Oh wow, you're gonna play on a different console, so exciting. Well, it's exciting to me because, again, I've spent my whole life just playing on Nintendo consoles, and usually, third-party support on Nintendo consoles are lackluster at best. And who knows for how much longer third parties will put up with the Switch. I mean, the Switch isn't exactly a spring chicken, and Nintendo has denied all the rumors that have come out saying that they're making a pro version of the Switch, a more powerful version of the Switch. So since that's probably not going to happen, who knows if the Switch will continue to have the support that it has. I mean, it's been way better than their past few consoles, definitely, but still, the Switch is definitely significantly less powerful than its competitors, so again, I kind of want a console that, will ensure me that it will have all of the third-party support and all of the third-party must-haves, and I won't be missing out because that kind of sort of happened with the Wii U. I missed out on a lot of really good games last generation because I decided to stick with my Wii U and not get a PS4 or an Xbox, God forbid. Anyways, so yeah, that's really why I'm excited for the PlayStation 4. Not only because, I'll be gaming on a completely different console made by a completely different company, it's also because, I want to make sure that I'll be getting at least most of the must-have third-party titles that, aren't exactly guaranteed to be on the Switch. Will I get a PlayStation 5 on day one? Probably not. In fact, I'm 95% sure that I won't get the thing on day one. It really depends on the price, which is yet to be revealed, and I heard that the thing may be expensive as fuck. And it also really depends on the launch titles, That whole showcase of a whole bunch of games that are coming to the thing was kind of lackluster. I mean, there were some titles that excited me, but there was also a lot of just shovelware on there that I really couldn't give a fuck less about. It was really a lackluster show. It didn't really hype me up for the console until they actually showed the damn thing, but still, even with that show aside, even with it not exactly blowing me away, I still am really excited to get the thing. I was excited when they finally showed off the console. I mean, I know, people have made memes about it. It looks like a router, it looks like an inside-out ice cream sandwich, but I think it looks cool. It's not exactly the best console design, but it's unique. It has its own character. It definitely stands out. I mean, I know this console generation doesn't exactly pride itself on console design. I mean, look at the fucking Xbox Series X. It looks like a damn trash can. So yeah, I'd probably take this over the Xbox Series X's design. As you can tell, I'm really not a fan of Xbox. Anyways, I know you might be saying, why don't you just go with the PC? I mean, it blows all of the consoles out of the water. You'll get the best gaming experience if you go with PC. Well, I just own a Mac, okay? I own a MacBook Pro. Of course, this thing isn't going to handle a lot of the top tier third-party games that are out there, so gaming on this thing isn't exactly practical, and I don't have room in my room to put a PC in, so yeah, and plus I don't really care about getting the full experience when it comes to games. I don't care about having top tier graphics. I'm a boomer when it comes to gaming, okay? If a game is fun, that's enough for me, and if I get, at least most of the must-have third-party titles on my consoles, I am content, and that is why I am deciding to go with the PS5, and that is why I'm deciding to not just be a Nintendo gamer anymore. I'm probably going to hold out and wait before I get the thing. I'm probably going to wait for some more compelling titles to release on it before I get it. Or who knows, maybe I'll just still buy it fairly early on in its lifespan because I'm just that excited to get the thing. I'm not like bursting at the seams with hype or anything, don't get me wrong. I'm just excited to, finally play on a different console, made by a different company. But bottom line is, I'm finally gonna join the big boy table and not just play on Nintendo consoles anymore. I'm obviously joking. You can enjoy and play Nintendo games at any age. Fuck anyone who says otherwise. You do know I still get comments on the regular on my stupid Nintendo's for Babies troll video calling me out and getting all upset because I jokingly said Nintendo's only for babies, only for little kids. People still take that video seriously, believe it or not. Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyway, let me wrap up this video finally. I really want a PS5. I really do think I'll have a lot of fun on the thing. And I really look forward to finally owning a PlayStation. That's all I have to say. Bye-bye.